used Hugging Face Inference API, Falcon 7B, which is for text generation. Let's go ahead and generate the stories, see what it gives us. Okay, great. That was actually really quick. It's another thing to actually have a functioning interface that you can navigate throughout and really understand the user flow and experience that you're trying to provide. Hey everyone, welcome back. It's Tech Tuesday and I'm your host, Ben Cole. I just experienced an exciting new way of building software called Vibe Coding, which blends rapid prototyping with cutting-edge AI capabilities. In less than a couple hours, I transformed a concept into a fully functioning prototype by combining advanced language models with generative AI. This method emphasizes speed, creativity, and immediate user engagement, which is reshaping the pace at which ideas can become a reality. So without further ado, let's jump into it. Here I am in Cursor AI, which is an application that was made to help programmers more effectively write code. So let's start here in the how to use guide, which walks us through the application that I made. It's essentially an application that creates engaging bedtime stories for kids that incorporate valuable moral lessons and also tie in the interests of the child. This was an idea I had a while ago. I think that it's really unique and very impactful. I believe in the power of storytelling, and I think it can be such a great learning experience for those of all ages. Having the parent and the child be able to connect through storytelling, I just love that concept. So here I actually built out my idea within this platform. So you can see we used Express for the back end, SQLite for database management. For the front end, we got HTML, JavaScript, Tailwind, and then we have some APIs that were used. We used Hugging Face Inference API, Falcon 7B, which is for text generation, as well as an image generation API for images to be included with the stories. And here we can take a quick look at the back end. We can see here's the database setup, some various reading levels. And then here's actually where I incorporated a prompt for the large language model whenever there's a submission, which gives it the instructions for generating the story as well as guideline and requirements. This is probably the most important part. Now, keep in mind, I actually did not manually write any of this code. I gave instructions for the code based off of the features that I wanted included, and I did have to troubleshoot and debug. There were a lot of iterations, but I actually did not manually write any of this code. This was all done through the AI built in within this platform. As you can see here, there's a chat feature which allows you to interact directly with the program and it'll write the code for you. Here's just a quick glance at the HTML front end code. So let's go ahead and take a look at the application itself. So I'm going to open up the terminal here, PM start. As we can see, it gives us the link for hosting. All right, and here we are. We're in the app. It's called Dreamweaver, and we can see that there are a few options here, various features. First, I want to go ahead and select Space Adventure. I think that's a pretty cool background. First, you can choose a moral. There are a few pre-select options as well as the ability to input your own custom moral. We'll go with sharing, right? Because sharing is always important. Even a grade level feature, we'll do grades 3 through 4. And let's go with monkeys. I think monkeys are always fun. We also have the opportunity to save stories. Let's go ahead and generate the stories, see what it gives us. Okay, great. That was actually really quick. The generous monkeys. So just a short little story that depicts the underlying moral lesson here of sharing. So we can see sharing fruit, creating a special bond, right? No longer enemies, close friends. So, obviously showcases sharing is important. There's even an option here to select various text sizes. So the larger one might be helpful depending on which device you're using. And we can even generate another version. Let's say this one just doesn't really tickle our fancy. We can go ahead and generate another one. Let's do another one just for fun. Let's put the grade level down. Let's change the theme a little bit. Let's do dogs. I like dogs. Okay, we got the truthful dogs, a dog named Honesty. Wow, this seems like a pretty cool little story here. But yeah, you guys get the concept. I think this is pretty neat. It's an idea, like I said, I had for a while, and the fact that it really didn't take any prior coding knowledge to be able to create this, I think is really just a testament to the potential that individuals have to really bring ideas to life. And although this application in reality might not be all that useful, it's definitely far from being comprehensive and market ready. But I think if people can keep up with the learning and can improve their skills on communicating with language models and just understanding how some of these applications work. I think that, along with the evolution of the technology, I don't think that it's unrealistic that someone who is not proficient in a coding language can develop minimum viable product that can really serve as a foundation. I know this demo is very high level. I didn't really go into a whole lot of detail on the process of creating this, but I really just wanted to show the outcome here because I think exploring this philosophy shows tremendous potential for future application development and allows us to create intuitive, personalized, and meaningful user experiences more efficiently than ever before. Anyone who's interested in developing digital products should familiarize themselves with these tools, as they truly are empowering and are going to give those a competitive edge, especially when working with developers and being able to contribute in some capacity, at least build out an interface which you can demo and better showcase your idea with. It's one thing to have application requirements documented and reading through a giant list of features. It's another thing to actually have a functioning interface that you can navigate throughout and really understand fully the user flow and just the general experience that you're trying to provide. So-called ChatGPT wrappers, essentially interfaces built upon the large language models, are still very useful because you're able to identify a very particular need and build an application that is most effective for that specific need and function. And they're very much still prevalent nowadays. And it's really just making things easier and more accessible for users, which large language models themselves are extremely powerful and can do so much. But the process of going in and well, not only having the idea, but giving the series of prompts to ultimately get you the product that you're wanting to create, that can be streamlined through developing some of these very simple applications. And I find it super fascinating. I feel like I'm just scratching the surface with use cases, and I can't wait to learn more and explore more. I hope that you guys enjoyed this episode. It's a little bit different than usual, a little bit more technical. Like I said, no coding knowledge prior, and within a couple hours, I downloaded the necessary packages, connected the APIs I needed, and developed out this sample prototype. Please leave comments down on what you guys think about the whole idea of vibe coding, which is essentially using English as a programming language and having more of the intuition and feel for the types of features and components of applications that you want to see, and really making that happen through developing code with large language models. But yeah, please comment. Let me know what you think. Ask any questions. DM me. Happy to talk with you guys about this. Thank you, and have a great rest of your day.